Alright, hello everybody, this is Dark Knight 316, Robert Rula Gaming, and this is the Roundtable Podcast, episode 20.
20, we made it to 20, that's awesome.
So, what do you have drinking today?
So, I am drinking a tea lemonade.
It's a rehab from Monster.
I don't know if you could see that.
Well, I got the Monster Zero Sugar OG Basic.
And then I got this, looks like SeaWorld.
Yeah, 2025.
The 2025.
Yep, and then I'm drinking it in my coffee brand coffee mug, which they're not a sponsor of this podcast, but they can if they want to give me a call. Same with Monster. Oh, that'd be good.
That sounds good. Oh yeah, look at that pour. Let's get that pour going. I don't know if the camera could see it, but I don't know if I could. You can't see the drink too much, but all right, cheers.
Yeah, all right, cheers. Oh, that was good.
That does taste like a tea.
All right, so what have you been playing?
I am currently working on Tactics Ogre Reborn.
How are you liking that from the?
It is really it's such an awesome game. I'm loving the game. I remember like a small portion of the game. I think I kind of remember like the beginning and then the end. I pretty much don't remember anything in between.
You don't remember getting like the different people on your team?
No, I remember like the beginning and the end, but
just getting that.
I'm right at the end. So
what's that bird guy's name?
Canopus. Yeah, so I got him, and then
how do you like that this one's voice acted?
This one's pretty cool. I never knew the game's really short.
Yeah, there's 4 chapters. Well, it depends on like what path you choose, right? Because if you choose like I think it's like the good or the neutral one, it could be longer than
but it's still like I was looking at a guide as I was following through to try to get the trophies hopefully correct. Mm-hmm. And no, even using a guide it was still short. I think it took me like 20 hours to. I'm pretty much in game now. Mm-hmm. I decided not to beat the game because I'm doing all the side stuff currently. But it took me like 20 hours. It's not that long.
And that 100 floor dungeon you're gonna do last.
Yeah, I think I'm saving that for final and get some.
Yeah, because that's what Final Fantasy Tactics copied off of Tactics Ogre and theirs is dark, but I believe in Tactics Ogre it's not. You just got to find the exit, same as in Final Fantasy Tactics. You got to find the exit in order to get down to the next floor.
Yeah.
And I believe in this one, in Tactics Ogre, you can leave and come back. And you can be on the same floor. You don't have to start back from the beginning, where I believe in Final Fantasy Tactics, once you leave, it'll restart back.
Remember the guys who created Final Fantasy Tactics are the same guys who did Tactics, or some of the team. Uh-huh. So that's why you'd see kind of some of the similarities. But I never knew how strong magic is in this game. I'm playing it as a kid. And then playing the PSP version. The PSP version wasn't as good. Like, I'm enjoying the way that they did this one. But Magic right now, I have everybody set up as AI. And I can take them and, like, run them a certain way. And right now I have everybody just running Magic and they're taking out, like, everybody real quick. So, it's pretty fun.
In this one, it also matters your infinity that you picked at the beginning, your zodiac sign.
You could change it, though. But, yeah.
And then your, like the weather up on there, because you can, like, freeze the water, poison the water. Like,
yeah, and see, I never knew all that. Playing this as a kid, I was able to, I had to do some of that stuff for Trophy, but what did you end up playing?
I'm still playing Octopath Traveler 2. I decided not to complete Chapter 3 yet with my main hero, because apparently you could do that all on one island. I don't know if I can complete all 4 chapters on one island. Mm-hmm. I decided to go around to get all the other characters and trying to get everything. So right now I have a mage on my team, a white mage, a black mage on my team, and I'm going to get the hunter.
Okay.
Or the huntress on my team.
Yeah.
And then this one, it's a little bit different now on how you capture the hunter as before. I mean, you still do the capture one on there, but now like, if you remember in the first one, you can only use them limited amount of time.
Mm-hmm.
This time, you can use them as many times as you want. They each just have a different, like, ability or whatever that then you can go and use. Because
that's pretty cool.
I don't think that the hunter even attacks. So I don't think that they have any weapons or anything like that. It's based off of the monsters you get.
Yeah.
So that's a little interesting on there. And then plus, like, where I'm at right now, their village uses beef jerky as currency. So you can't use your cash. You have to go around getting all this beef jerky in order to go buy weapons and armor for them because they love beef jerky.
I'm gonna play that game once I beat the first one, but hopefully before the
this
second
one has a night and day
component
to it, and you get different skills depending on night and day.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, my main person's a thief. They assassinate everybody at night, but during the day, you just go and you steal from everybody, but you can't assassinate.
Mm-hmm.
You can only do it at night. So you can do it where it's like if somebody's up against the door, if you don't feel like, getting into battle with them, you can go and, turn it to dark and then go and assassinate them and take them through the door. But yeah, so that's what I'm pretty much doing. I'm going to probably get all characters and finish up the other island because there's you have to go to all the islands already, and I already have the secondary jobs for the characters that I currently play because it was on the island that I'm originally on. So curious to see how the other ones, because you do get a warrior in this one, but it's more like a ninja. So I'm curious to know on how that person plays out and stuff. So I'm interested in this game. It's actually kind of fun playing it because and for one of the side missions, you have to get destroy certain monsters to get their little charms to get it so you can make things and stuff like that. So it makes it kind of interesting for it.
That's pretty cool.
So if you didn't know, the 007 trailer for the new 007 game by IOInteractive has just dropped, so we're going to go
007 First Light. Let's take a look.
First Light, we'll take a look at it. This is supposed to be how he gains his 007 status. We muted the sound because we don't know if it's copyrighted or not.
I think I muted the sound.
Yeah, you did.
No, that's it.
Oh,
there we go.
Did.
Now it's muted.
Okay.
I muted the sound now, so.
So this is kind of like a Hitman, because they say that there's multiple ways of completing your objective. So, like, you can go around, climbing around, doing all that stuff. Mm-hmm. You can go try to pretend you're so-and-so. Fight your way through it.
Well, they kind of made it like a Uncharted. But.
No, I think it's more like Hitman, just with 007 label. And because, like, with Hitman, you had the different ways to do it. I mean, it looks pretty cool.
I don't know. The graphics don't look as good.
Yeah, well, I mean, it is the first trailer. It doesn't, come out yet.
My whole thing is, like, give me... Okay, is this gameplay? Like...
Looks like it is. That right there obviously is a trailer, but then with this driving one, that's, gameplay. But I wonder if, like, those are, like, cinematic missions and stuff. Like, that one there, you get a garbage can, you can do it.
Yeah, this reminds me a lot of Uncharted, like this. Just the way that they have him running around and stuff like that.
Well, I mean, Hitman does a lot of this.
I don't remember, I remember Hitman more stealthy. I don't remember it being more...
Because if you played the more recent Hitmans, it's all like this. Where you can do action or you can do the other. And see, so it comes out March 27th, 2026. Now, if you pause it here... pause it?
Let's pause.
Okay. So, this deluxe edition is not worth the price. I think I looked it up, it was like $200.
Yeah.
And so all you get is 4 costumes that probably don't do anything. 1 weapon skin, so you don't even get a gold weapon. And then I don't know what these gleaming packs do, but they probably just make them gold plated, like you got the golden weapon. But it looks like you get a earphone, you get looks like a tape recorder or a phone, a pen, and a lighter, and then you get 24 hours early access. So is that really worth $200? I don't think so.
Well, the digital deluxe edition of this is $200 because this is what this is going to give you for the early access. I saw that they had a collector's edition for like $300.
Yeah,
for a physical copy. I was like, I don't know. I'm not sold
what
on
would you
this.
even get in that?
I'm not sold on this game. Also too, like they have. I don't know. I always think of like the ladies in here don't look like what a Bond girl would look like.
I think if they bring out a demo prior to the game release instead of the 24-hour early access, I think it could be fun. It could be good on it. Looks like it's coming out for Switch too as well.
Yeah, it didn't sell me yet. I think I want to wait for a demo. It didn't sell me to the point of like, why would I want to then drop $300 to get, or if this is $200 on this? It didn't sell me enough on this. I think, especially too, I think throwing a whole like state of play on this to just show off this, I think was a big waste of time. Because I don't think this game is as big to be able to say like.
Well, this is the first Bond game that's made by Amazon, because now they own the rights to 007. So it's Amazon MGM Studios. They own MGM Studios now.
Yeah.
So it's their first project. So this is going to be big on their part, because if they can't make this one a hit,
I don't know.
Their gaming stuff will be there. But like if you look at it, they have that one skull costume. That's the one from what is it? I don't think it was Casino Royale. It could have been a different one, but it was one of the Daniel Craig ones. So I'm wondering if they're gonna have skins from the other Bonds that you.
Well, from what I heard though, like Daniel Craig was going to be in here. He was like the motion cap, but
Well, that's how they sold it to, like IOInteractive, or how they sold it to Sony.
Yeah.
Is they slapped Daniel Craig's head on it and was like, oh yeah, here we're gonna make a Bond game.
Now I mean it doesn't look like him, but they're trying to make it younger, hipper.
Well, yeah, that's why it's called First Light, because it's his first mission as 007.
But, I mean, I don't know. I want to see more. Like even this trailer didn't sell me enough. I like 007.
I know,
but this
I
didn't
like the
sell
movies
me.
and stuff like that. I mean, it looked cool, but like I played Bloodstone. It looked a lot like Bloodstone. So just that you can more pivot over walls.
It reminded me too much of Uncharted. That's why I think that
it didn't give me any Uncharted vibes. It gave me the Hitman. Was it Blood Money or whatever the latest one was called? That had like the different episodic ones. That's what it reminded me of more. But that's your first look at that one. Our second story on here, you said Final Fantasy 7 Remake Part 3 could be revealed. I mean, it's pretty dumb. He says that, it's already done, but he's going to bring it out when they say it's scheduled.
Yeah, so have you seen this article? So Nomura, I guess he was being interviewed about Kingdom Hearts 4 and Final Fantasy Remake, but he said that they already have a reveal date decided, but the announced timing hasn't been decided. So I saw this article. I thought it was interesting to go over, especially because we like Final Fantasy, and 20th episode, why not give another Final Fantasy? But so people have been talking about. So right now, Ever Crisis is, I think it's its 2nd year anniversary. They just released. So you remember Final Fantasy 7 when they were doing the whole project? They were doing like a mobile, another. They did like another game. The other one failed. They did the mobile one. And then, of course, the trilogy. So this one here, I guess they were celebrating it, talking about it. And when he was getting interviewed by, I don't know who they were talking for the interview, but he said it's going very smoothly. And that, this is during a Ever Crisis live stream. He said the timing has been decided and we will stick to that schedule. So please rest assured and wait.
Yeah, but if you look at it prior to it.
Yeah.
So it says, with 2 games in the bag, the finale of the Final Fantasy trilogy is inevitably drawing closer. Last year saw the middle chapter of the saga, Rebirth, released to consoles and PC, said Tetsuya Nomura. Says the Square Enix knows exactly when the official reveal reveal the game, just don't expect him to provide a reveal date for the reveal date for the game announcement just yet. So they know. They're just milking.
They do.
So that's what's kind of done.
And the reason why I think they're doing that is what I said previously is I think there's a schedule of what they're releasing for games. Because you got to remember there's a new person in charge in Square Enix. But you got to think, like, if they came out today and said, Final Fantasy 7 Remake Part 3, here's the name, here's the trailer, here's all this. Nobody's buying Octopath. Nobody's buying Final Fantasy Tactics. If Final Fantasy 9 came out, nobody's buying that because this game is going to be so big. And you think that after this releases, they're going to release the trilogy pack and things like that.
Well, I think the trilogy pack will probably be released on 6.
I think so. I think it's going to be more towards the end of the life cycle.
And then they'll
release it. But you got to think, because how big Final Fantasy 7 is, if they release it now, then you're not buying their other games. So I think that's why they're doing a time frame, is because they want you buying the other games, the Octopath, the Adventures of Elliot, things like that as it goes, and then go, oh, by the way, Final Fantasy 7 Remake Part 3, here's the name of it.
2027 is the rumored release date. They said holiday 2027.
No,
is the rumor.
It's not going to be holiday.
That's what's the rumor is.
It's too long, because you got to think, they said that after Rebirth released, they finished the script of it. So you mean to tell me in 2020, and so what was it? 2024, right? Is what they did. So in 2024, Final Fantasy Rebirth came out. So by that time they finished it, it's already been over almost a year. It's been about a year and a half since Rebirth has come out now. So they should be pretty much done. So waiting another year for this game to come out, it's going to come out February or March of 2027. But I think it's because we're going to wait. You're going to have Final Fantasy 9 coming out. You're going to have some other games that they're going to release during that time before they finally tell you of... Because remember, I think when Rebirth got revealed, it was during Summer's Game Fest. So I think that's probably going to be the same timeline going into next year.
And then they said, all that they gave us for Kingdom Hearts 4 news is it's progressing nicely. And they're not ready to release the release date or do anything on it. Because you see here, it says, Nomura also added the work on Kingdom Hearts 4 is progressing well and according to schedule, but he remains quiet on any other details regarding long-awaited development. Now, for that, the reason why I think he's not revealing that is so that it doesn't overshadow Final Fantasy 7. Because like you said, if they were to release Kingdom Hearts 4 and give you a little tidbit on that, you're going to not care too much about the other. You're going to be talking about Kingdom Hearts 4, because Kingdom Hearts 4 to me seems like it's going to probably be a PS6 game, because
I think so.
They haven't even revealed the worlds that it's going to be on, the style of gameplay, if it's still going to be like the previous Kingdom Hearts, or like that. So nothing really, the only thing that they showed off was
Sora?
Yeah, because all what they showed off was that one trailer where he's in the real world, and then that thing gets attacked and stuff like that. So that's all that they showed. But like they showed with Kingdom Hearts 3 when they showed the summons, and there was the the carousel and all the Disney rides and stuff like that.
Yeah.
That's when the only trailer that they showed us, and then that was put into the game. So hopefully a lot of the stuff, once they finish off 7 and pretty much 7 is pretty much done. They're just milking the
and I think they're also milking it too, because you got to think Rebirth is supposed to also come out on Switch 2. So I think because Remake is coming out on Switch 2 later this year, which I think you'll see a reveal sometime soon. So it's going to come out, let's say, Christmas. And then they'll have Remake probably sometime during the summer, or Rebirth for Switch 2, sometime during the summertime. And then reveal Part 3.
Do you think that they'll show off Remake for Switch 2 at a Tokyo Game Show?
I think they're going to have
because, they're going to show off tactics.
Yeah.
Probably more, and,
I think so.
Talk about, how successful this game is and stuff like that. Possibly show off 9 on there, and then show off all their other Final Fantasy games that they haven't done.
I think so.
They have Dragon Quest 1 and 2 supposed to be coming out.
And it's possible, because you also got to think, too, if you talk about, like, your big game, it's going to detract from all your, like, smaller projects. So your Octopath Traveler, even though it's a good game, like, people are so big fans of Final Fantasy that they're not even going to buy Octopath. They'll save all their money for Final Fantasy.
Do you think DLC will come out before Part 3? Do you think that they'll give you, like, a Cid or Vincent?
No.
DLC like they did with Yuffie?
No, I don't think so. I mean, I would want to. I think it would be a good thing to kind of give us more, like, bring you back into it. But I don't think so, because, like, you got to wonder how they're going to do the game mechanics. And so you also got to look at, you're going to have now 2 new characters with new game mechanics. So how does that gel?
I mean, you got Vincent on your team temporarily for you. Excuse me. You didn't have Cid, but you had that jump material. That is pretty much what they had. So they tested it out in Rebirth on there, but
they did.
Vincent, you didn't really get to play with him, and he didn't really do his transformations and stuff. So
yeah, no, like you got to think: is he going to be one of those that it's just going to be like, you know, his limit break is going to be able to transform, but then so can he transform into chaos by just using like how Braver was for?
I have a theory that I'm talking about. So people are saying that Genesis is going to be returning in Final Fantasy Remake 3.
It's possible.
I think so. I'm going to say it here and see if I'm right on there. Hopefully I am. That guy you fought in Remake, the one that was on the motorcycle, that had the long hair, that the Turks took him to the City of Ancients.
Was he in the second one too?
Can't think of what his name was. I think you rarely fought him or whatever.
I can't think off the
top
of my head.
He's like soldier rank, like C class or B class or whatever. I can't think of his name. I think it's like Roach or something like that. I'm not.
Yeah, Roach. You fought him.
I'm not 100% sure.
Rebirth.
I say he is Genesis.
You think so?
It's gonna be where he transforms, gets the cell from Hojo and stuff like that, and then transforms into Genesis. On there. That's why he's always trying to.
That's why he's always coming after
Cloud and.
I'll give you one more.
Okay.
I think Sonon is gonna be in Wutai as the last when you have to progress.
I'm pretty sure that's what it's going to be.
Sonon is going to be.
Yeah.
I think this is going to be an interesting one because I think in Part 3, Cloud isn't going to be your main character.
I don't think you start out as it.
I think you do, but I don't think he's going to be your main character because you got to also look at, remember, he has the amnesia scene, so you got to go through that, but you also still have to develop bringing you interested in Vincent's story and Cid's story and complete everybody else's story.
I'm going to say another thing. You're going to start off where, if you remember, there's a spoiler, so if you haven't played this or beat this by now,
it's been a year since Rebirth.
At the end of Rebirth, you saw Cloud was hallucinating and they were all going on to a plane. Well, I think he's going to get worse that they turn him over to that guy in the Corel area that was working on those other soldier people.
Yeah.
And so he's going to go there, and then they're going to have to take him to that town where he's in a coma. So then you're going to start off with playing with Tifa, Barrett, and everybody else, and then they're going to give you Cid. And you're going to start playing with them for
but do you think they're going to split them up again like they did in Rebirth so you could try out everybody?
They probably will, but I believe that you'll probably play. Tifa's going to be your main character. You're going to play with that with a good portion of it on there. And then it'll branch off where it's like Vincent will have to go to his past. And you'll fight Sephiroth and Genesis and all that stuff like that. And you'll get to that path there. But this whole game is to bring Cloud's memory back. So I don't think that you'll probably play as Cloud through most of the game. I think it's probably going to be halfway through. You're going to play as him, so that then they give you the opportunity to play with the other two because you're technically out one character. So then they're going to give you Cid and Vincent.
But do you think
you're going to be building his memory back to get?
But do you think they're going to start it kind of how they did with Zack, like you're going to be in the live stream now with Zach and Aerith, kind of in the live stream, and they're going to kind of put some plot lines together to get
I actually think that what they're going to do is put Zach's memory into Cloud.
You think so?
And that's how Cloud gets his one wing on there.
I think what's going to happen.
That's how they're going to do it.
I think what's going to happen, how they're going to end this, is when you go to the crater. I think it's not going to be. I think they're going to have that whole kind of the whole situation again, where like each of them fight certain levels, like in Rebirth, how you fought Sephiroth, and then at the end, I think it's going to be Aerith, Zack, and Cloud. All three of you guys are going to fight Sephiroth.
I don't know if it'll be like that, or if it'll just be where Zack and Cloud combine as the one-winged angel.
I don't think so.
And then you'll fight or Cloud will have two wings, like Angel and all that.
It would be interesting though, because like Cloud goes through an amnesia, and then he has the memory of him like in the live stream talking to Aerith and Zack,
and he's Zack,
and like Zack comes over there and brings him the Buster Sword and be like,
because
hey,
if you
gotta finish
if you
this.
remember in Cloud's timeline, in Zack's timeline, before he got brought into the other one, Cloud and Aerith were both sick, and he had to go and try to figure out how to get him out. That's why I think that to make it so that Zack is technically alive, they're gonna merge with Cloud. That's how he gets all his memories back and remember his time as a soldier, and then that's how he'll be stronger with the Buster Sword. He'll get the two wings like Angel has, because you see that in Advent Child, where he gets the two wings, and I think that's how he'll get the upgraded Buster Sword, and that'll be his ultimate weapon, where he can put in all the different weapons that he gets to go and attack. And I think that that's how he's gonna fight, and then Sephiroth will merge with his other timeline Sephiroth to be perfect Sephiroth.
I don't know about,
and then he'll have his one wing.
I don't know about that. I think that he will become like perfect form because he gets the black materia. I think he becomes perfect form, because if they want to try to stick to the story as much, like Meteor's got to be summoned.
Yeah, but so you got to think that they said that they wanted to combine Advent Child with it. And so,
that's going to be at the end, though.
Yeah, but in order to do Advent Child, he has to be in his perfect form. So that's why I said he'll merge with his other stuff for all form.
Let's talk about. I want to go back with you. Talk about Weiss. You don't think it could be Chadley? Because
that is Weiss.
That would be Weiss, because remember Chadley started having some issues.
No,
and
I think
Hojo started to
I think you're just going to fight Chadley.
You think he's going to be the end of the VR mission? I think
Chadley's gone, and that chick is going to take
Chadley
over. Is going to take over for your missions on there, and I think that you're going to fight Chadley. He might be that.
I think he's going to be like the final in the VR.
No, I think he's what's that one that you fought in Remake, that Proud and
Pride and Joy.
Pride and Joy. I think he'll be Pride and Joy 3.
Yeah, I don't know.
On there, and then Hojo will have that for
But it's going to be interesting, hopefully. I want a demo that's much longer than...
They'll probably have a demo to do much longer on it.
But I'm also hoping they add more to the card game. I think that would be interesting, too.
I hope that they have no mini games in this one.
They will.
I know that they will.
They will.
Because they're going to have that snowboarding one, because that was missing in the second one on there. So I know that they'll have that. If they do the card game, expand on the card game, that's fun, because
that was a fun game.
That one was a fun card game. But the stupid, what was it, that Golden Saucer
they're gonna have you go
or whatever
back to
like that, where you had to go beat his times and all that ones, like that's
I think what they should do for like trophy is they should just let you attempt it. Now, if you want to complete it, like you could get the best accessory or stuff.
I don't think that they're going to add in a lot of mini games.
I think they will.
I don't, because they said that they heard the fans complaining about the second one, and so they said that they're not going to be adding that many in this one.
I think they still will.
I don't think that they're going to.
I think they'll add in the mini games, but not tie them to trophies.
I don't. I think that if anything, they'll have a few of the ones. They'll have the snowboarding one. They'll have the games back at the Golden Saucer, and I think that that's probably it on the mini games. I don't think that you're going to be doing that dolphin run again. I don't think that you're going to be doing the one at the Casa del Sol. I don't think you're going to do any of those.
Do you think
that everything's going to be just at the Golden Saucer?
Do you think they'll have the Golden Saucer having you go through kind of the battles again to get Omni Slash?
I do think that you'll probably get Omni Slash through that way as well. And I think, see, the one thing, though, that I'm thinking of, because they claim that they know how to do the airship and the airship will be flying, which part of me says that it's not going to be like that. It's going to be like 10, where you just select where you want to go and then the airship flies there. Because I don't think that they really are going to give you an airship on it, because you also got to think about the weapons. If they're going to have the weapons in here, you got to think the ultimate weapon will be flying around. So if you got the airship, you're going to be fighting it. How are they going to do that with their... When in Rebirth they did the stupid summons where you had to find like all these pieces to go and fight the summons.
Yeah. Is
it going to do the same thing with these weapons? And then if they do the weapons, then you know that they're going to have the submarine battle, because you got to fight the Emerald weapon. And if they're going to have the Ruby weapon, are they going to have new weapons? Or is it going to just be...
Well, you got the Ancient, the Ultima.
Like, are you going to actually fight Diamond this time?
Diamond.
Because Diamond was
the Ancient weapon, or was that Ancient Dragon? Diamond weapon?
No,
because I think there was 4 of them.
Yeah, because it was Ruby, Emerald, and Ultima, and then Diamond was the one that Midgar shot and killed, because it was coming to destroy Midgar. Remember, and then they shot that beam on there, and so you got to destroy that. Do you think that you'll go back to Midgar?
You will. You will.
Think so?
And I think
I think it's only going to be that small.
I think Kate said this. They're going to have you do the whole like chocobo digging and all that stuff. So it's going to be interesting. So.
I don't know. Like, to me, I think that they're going to be ruining the third one. Because, well, I mean, they ruined the Rebirth on it. Because with the chocobo, like, each stage, since they're doing the stupid chapter thing, each stage had a different chocobo that you had to get.
Yeah, but I think
you can't really get the ultimate chocobo.
I think Rebirth was also tough, too, because you got to think it's the middle of the series.
So they could have kept it the same. And then just updated it. So I think that they're going to be ruining this if they could. I mean, since they're going to still do the episodic one, they're going to ruin it with the chocobos if they do the zone. Because how are you going to get Knights of the Round if Knights of the Round is even in this game?
Knights of the Round will be in here. So.
Knights of the Round might not even be in this game, because of if they're going to do it the same way as they did with Rebirth, and you fight them in the missions and stuff like that. Are you going to fight all 13 knights? Are you going to go fight one big knight with all the weapon that's like Gilgamesh? Like, how is that gonna,
I mean, this can be, I think, a discussion for another time, because this is gonna be, this can be 2 hours long.
So our last story is about the PS6. So the rumored PS6 that's coming out is gonna be just like the PS5. Whoa. Where they're gonna have a detachable hard drive, just like the new PS5s, and it's going to be more powerful. But my thought is I thought that they were having a handheld that's going to be like the Switch, that's dockable and you can play it on your TV and everything like that for the Switch. So if you have that, then why are you going to buy a PS6?
I think it's going to be
like
similar. I think it's going to be similar. Probably what's going to happen is they're going to let you dock it, and you could put on a disc drive. So I think it's going to be like how
this PS6 ain't gonna be dockable like that.
Well, I think it was the PlayStation Portal, how you have it, like how you could do it. I think you can dock it like that, and then play it normal, and then put it in there. Or it might just be that they have a dockable feature with their portable, and you attach that as well.
Yeah, but they were talking about the handheld being playable on your TV in dock mode, just like the Switch 2. And then you get this rumor of the PS6 having it where it has a detachable hard drive and everything like the PS5. So if you look down here where it shows they're going to have the standalone disc version, then the disc drive included, and then they're going to sell the add-on for it, just like how they did it with PS5. But,
But they said this may be for a 2027 release. I don't think it will.
Well, they said that this is going forward going to be how the PS ecosystem is going to be. I think that if this one fails, then they're going to change it to something else. But I'm like, what's the point of the handheld then?
Yeah.
Like, why are you gonna bring out a handheld that's supposed to be?
But I don't. This is
Switch
for the
2
inside
killer.
2027. So you would then have to say, if it's coming out in 2027, like, why are you bringing out any new games for the next year and a half? Because
it's still going to be bringing out games for PS5 because it's going to be like
but everybody could just wait and push that over until the very end.
Well, I could buy the PS5 version, and then I get the free upgrade to PS6.
7 years is about the time frame of what it is, but it's it seems like it's just creeping up.
And that says it's going to be holiday November 2027 is like the possible candidate. But like I said, there were rumors of the handheld. If the handheld is supposed to be like right there, rumors more PlayStation handheld details leak. Like if that's supposed to be dockable and you can play it on your screen, then why am I buying a PS6? If this could. They say it could play PS5 type games with the graphics and stuff like that. Well, okay, I'm gonna buy that, but what's the incentive of then me buying the PS6?
Yeah.
Because rumors are that this PS6 is going to be over $800.
Yeah, I'm not going to get it.
So that handheld is going to be about $500. So if it's going to be like that, where it's going to be $600 or $800 for that, and then possibly like what $749 for the discless version, and then $800 for the disc version, like. That's way too much. I don't even like that look of the PS5 detachable and stuff like that. To me, it looks ugly, but that's just me. I mean, maybe other people like it though.
I don't know. I do want to at some point get a digital version just because I want to have a smaller one. If you wanted to bring in stream or something like that, easier to move around. But
they also claim the reason why they're doing this detachable disk drive and stuff like that is because of tariffs and all that stuff. So they already have that's what I was hearing. Concept and stuff like that already from the PS5.
More cost effective.
So it'll be more cost effective to keep it the same.
But I don't know. I think a lot of people care more about their their physical media, which is why they are still going with the disc drive, because they know if they went all digital, people aren't going to buy it. They'll stick with
especially
the PS5
not for $800. Because I wouldn't spend $800 for a digital.
Especially
version.
if you could do it all digital, why then couldn't you keep the price lower?
Yeah, exactly.
If you could do an all digital and it's smaller, it's you can ship
you don't need a
shipping
disk drive.
cost. You don't need a disc drive.
It would be way cheaper.
You can sell all your disc drives separately. It's more of a. I think it's more of you got to think like if I can get it for that price, I will sell it at that price. That's where I think it comes down to, because ultimately you think all the stuff that they're going to put in there. So you mean to tell me it's exactly the same, smaller, but it still costs me as much to buy a disc version? Like it's not. They can lower the price, and that's what you should normally see as they get into when they release a Pro. It should be cheaper as they go through. But
it should be cheaper, not
going. It hasn't.
And then, like how you saw with the PS5 Pro, they said they're bringing out a newer version with less gigs. Why? It makes no sense. All in the history of PlayStation, it's always you buy the newer console, has more gigs, and it's smaller. It's slimmer down. All that.
This person said that the PlayStation 7 could launch without a disc drive.
Yeah, because they're saying that all going forward is going to be like PS5, where it's going to have a discless version.
I don't know. Like I think that they're...
you can see like how I said they're on the horizon for PS5 Slim model is rumored to be on the horizon, featuring 825 gigabyte instead of the 1 terabyte, which is dumb because you're supposed to be getting these slimmer ones that have more memory because you're buying it there for the more price.
That's what happens.
This makes no sense. I think Sony's just being a greedy bastard like they were with the PS3 when they're
why it doesn't make sense?
Because like how in the PS3 era they're like, $5.99. Yeah, you'll buy this. Everybody buys it.
Yeah, I think it could be their downfall.
They got backlash, on that
because you gotta think they've been knocking it out with PS4. 5 has been real popular, but I can see like the Switch 2 just coming by, going, you know what, like what do you say now? Like, we reasonably priced our console, we can get more out there, and then you have the Xbox that goes, you know what, we can undercut a little bit more. Like, they actually come back in competition, and people go, well, Xbox really isn't that good of a console, but it's cheaper than paying $809.
Because I heard the new Xbox system is going to be way cheaper than the PS6.
So it's possible, and I think I think though you'll have a lot of people who are true to PlayStation will spend the money. For me personally, I will not. I think this is PS5 is my last launch console because I was very disappointed with the PS5. With their launch and everything.
I was surprised they came with the a stand, a vertical stand, because normally they like to cash grab you.
Yeah, but I'm just very disappointed because it's like at the point when the PS4 came out, how many launch games they had and things like that, and now it's basically I just have a
PS6 launches 2 games.
Probably,
then everything else is from PS5.
I just had a glorified PS4 is basically what the PS5 is, just a glorified PS4. And eventually, when they allowed you to, like, when I could do the upgraded storage space, then I officially went straight to PS5 and continued just playing everything on PS5.
PS4 and all that.
Whereas when they didn't let me add my my terabyte or whatever.
So supposedly the 6 is supposed to be backwards compatible with 5 and 4 on there.
And you got to think too, the way that they're slowly rolling out backwards compatibility. That, like, by the time the 6 comes out, you still probably won't have that good of a library. You
won't have all the old games
preserving. Like, I think that's why Xbox did such a great job because they released all their backwards compatibility games, but like a handful that they couldn't get, which is fine. But it's like you pretty much had your whole catalog.
I mean, maybe that's what Sony should do with their 6. Is you can put in, if you got the disc version, you can go put in the discs of PS5 and PS4 games, and then it downloads it up on there, and you can play backwards compatibility.
And you got to think too, though. You mean to tell me right now there's nothing that, like, you can put your disc in and read that PS3 with the amount of technology that's out now, that they could not make something like that to say I can read each of your old school games?
It's only with the emulation because of the cell processing. You have to have a cell processor to read it. That's why they're emulating all of it, because you know the fans of PlayStation made the emulation that they try to shut down, but now they're using them with the server.
PS3 was a great system, one of my favorite, I think, in the systems. But
because, like, look at Final Fantasy Tactics, they couldn't make the War of the Lions version of it because they lost the scripts to it.
Yeah.
But then they used some of the fans' scripts to go in and bring some of this together. So maybe if Sony was nice to their fans, maybe they should go use some of their fans' concept on how to do it, and then bring it back. Because obviously everybody likes the backwards compatibility on it, and the new generation, the Gen Zs and all that stuff, like, they may not, they weren't around with the old school PlayStation, so they may not care about backwards compatibility. But that's not really your market that you shouldn't try to sell to. You should try to sell to the guys that have nostalgia. That's like, oh, I'm a PlayStation guy, I'm gonna buy everything PlayStation. I mean, like, look at him. That's a PlayStation. Sure. So he's a PlayStation guy. Like, he's gonna buy everything PlayStation. But when you're alienating them and you're like, well, the new people only just play Fortnite, and that's digital, so we're going to make everything just digital. And you make everything digital, but you don't give us enough storage. Like, Call of Duty, I think, is like 450 gigabytes. Like, that's half of your system.
That's ridiculous.
And then it's like, okay, I'm going to play it for a little bit so I can put 2-3 games on my system, and then I can't play anything else.
Pretty much.
Unless you delete something. Like, no, you have to make it where it's either easier to compress the data so that then you can store more on your data, or make it with like an 8 terabyte hard drive, which, or like how you did it now, where you can do external hard drive so you can put the data on it, but should be able to read it on there. But yeah, that's all the stories we have today. I mean, I can go on about how Sony's screwing us over for the next generation and stuff like that, and they're blaming tariffs that have nothing to do with their systems on there. They just want to cash in on the grab because they saw Nintendo doing it. But anyway, if you want to catch us again next time, this is the Roundtable Podcast, episode 20. So next time will be 21. Robert Wheeler Gaming here does his weekly podcast of his roundup videos. He does his journey to platinums. He has that. We also have a weekly wrestling and football podcast where we do our picks and we go through week by week of what our record is, who we think is going to do good, all that kind of stuff. And then with wrestling pay-per-views, we'll go over some of them, do our picks of who we think is going to win championships and stuff like that. So get elected. That podcast is called Tackles and Takedowns. So you can go and subscribe to that. Subscribe to his channels as well. And of course, subscribe to our channel as well so we can build this and make this to, 100 episodes.
Yeah, we're pushing for 100. That's the
200
goal.
episodes, And
goals to get to 100.
More subscribers, because the more subscribers we can do more things, because we know that then you guys like our content that we have. So, that's all there. Have a good day. Keep playing.
God bless you guys, and remember,
never stop gaming.
Keep gaming.
So,
Thanks, guys.
See you on the next time.